What's up, it's your boy Reemus, and in this video I'm gonna be speaking about No-Fap, and I'm gonna be talking about, the benefits, but more so the science and the reason why behind it, like the science behind it. Why are you actually doing No-Fap? What is the scientific reason why you're even gonna do it? And what's an easy way to understand it? So think about it like this. I think this is gonna be the best explanation you've ever heard. Let's say you have 3 houses on the road and they're all connected to the same power plant, the same power source. But that power source gives out a certain amount. I don't know about the science of kilowatts and all that, but let's just say 100 kilowatts. 100 kilowatts powered the 4 houses. Let's say 4 houses, easier to break down. So each house is running on 25 because it's a limited supply, right? Now, each house gets 25, but if one shuts off or one uses less, the other houses get more. So 4 houses use 25, one house stops using 25. So now that 25 can be allocated to the other houses. I'm not going to do the math in my head, but I think it comes up to like 32 or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, 32, 33. Think of each house as the different energies that you would be using. So one house is sexual energy, one house is productive energy, one house is social energy, one house is thinking and mental energy. When you stop touching yourself and stop coming and ejaculating, especially as a man, we're going to talk about women too, because they have their own version, right? When you think about the fact that you come and you lose energy, that energy could have been used for something else. It could have been used, you could have, this is the word, transmuted it into another house. And that house could have been work energy. Even time-wise, really, if we're not talking about science of it, time-wise, the time spent, jacking off and stuff, you could use it for other stuff. But let's just stay on the actual ejaculation and energy thing, right? You come and you experience a come down, right? You come and you experience a come down, so your energy literally falls. We've all experienced that. Women don't experience that, do they? Women actually do have their own version, but for her, after you come, she's ready to go straight away because she took your energy. I learned this from a yin yang book. When you come, you're given yang energy. The yin energy sucks it in, which is literally what women do. When they have an orgasm, they're sucking in your sperm. So this is all connected. But genetically, the reason why the body for a man expends so much energy trying to shoot up the load is because it's one of the most important roles from nature's perspective. It's one of the most important duties that we have to do to create another child, another being, because you're literally creating yourself again. So the genes are trying to be immortal by living on. So it expends a lot of energy to make sure that you get your cum up the cervix and into the egg. So that's the reason why you experience a come down. Now watch this. The proof of that is, like what I just said, is the fact that women, they experience some sort of long-term come down when they give birth. So it's not just about the sex thing, right? Like, you ejaculated, so that's the reason why. No, it's the duty of you to make sure you try to replicate yourself. The woman, when she tries to replicate herself, or when she does replicate herself and you through pregnancy and giving birth to the child, she experiences a come down. Like she's out for the next year in terms of work. She's out for the next 3 to 6 months or whatever it is in terms of what's it called? She can't have another child. She's not just gonna go straight back. Yes, let's have another child straight away. She's not really gonna do that. She's gonna take some time out. Now, watch this. They did a study on Korean men because some of them had been castrated, and they did a longitudinal study, which means a long-term study, and they found that the men who had been castrated versus the men who hadn't been castrated had the men who had been castrated lived less longer. Yeah, they lived less longer than the guys that did get castrated. I can't remember by how many years, but I think it was a big difference. But I think it was 20 years. But for nuns, you can literally Google this as well to kind of like get the specific number. Nuns who obviously, don't, they're not out here hooking up, right? So they don't give birth. They experience the same thing. Women who don't give birth are likely to live longer because the body, even for a woman, is expending a lot of energy to make sure it happens. Like, it's one of the most important roles, as I said. So for you can kind of skip that. Like, you can not rig the game, but you can retain some of your life energy, right? And this is more the spiritual aspect, by not coming. But we've proven this spiritual theory by science and facts. Like, these people the men who are castrated, so obviously they're not coming, right? They're not having sex, they're not coming, they lived longer. So what that means for you is that you can retain life energy, you can retain energy that can be used for other things if you stop coming. Doesn't mean you have to stop having sex, but you could just try to retain most of the time. And that's the science behind semen retention and no-fap, and that's the reason why you might want to try it. Now, in the next video, I'm going to be speaking about my experience doing it, because I did, like a journal of day 120, and I'm going to talk you through literally the experience I'm having, like the feeling. Like, is it true? Do you feel more attractive? Do you attract more girls? Do you feel more powerful? Do you feel like you have superpowers? All of that. I'm just going to give my journal, because I noted it down, and I think it might surprise some people, because I'm not trying to be like everyone else is just saying the good stuff. I'm gonna say the good and the bad. So check out the next video. Peace.